Now the way that I do mine, it's all the same process no matter whether I use the gel strips, the nail wraps, or the lacquer strips. So I'm going to show you really quickly how I do it. So I'm using the nail wrap and lacquer remover. It comes in like this really cool pump bottle. So what I do is I open it and then really gently. So you can see now it's full in that well. And so what I do is I get my rubber cuticle pusher and I'll do the lacquer strip first. I just run it along the side there until I've sort of find a weak edge. So I run it along the side until I find a weak edge like that. And then I dip it in there and I kind of just keep going and just really gently until it just slides off. So the reason I've started using the rubber one is that then you don't accidentally scratch, whereas if you're using something like the orange stick, you can accidentally scratch your nail and we don't want to have any scratches. So that's the lacquer strip. Let me show you the nail wrap. So I'll do the same thing. I just find a weak spot first. So I sort of just use a bit of my thumbnail to find a weak spot where it might be lifting a bit, and then get a bit of my remover, kind of dunk it in there, almost like you're just dropping the remover in, and just gently peeling it off. So you always go from one side of the nail to the other side, you never go from the base to the tip. Oh, that one just fell off. And you can see if they're metallic nail wraps, sometimes you get a little bit of the metallic left behind and you just get a little bit of your nail polish remover and just rub it off and it's gone. Alright, gel strips. So I've only got this one left, so I'll show you the gel strips. So exactly the same thing. So I run my thumb, just find a weak spot. You can either do that with your pusher or your thumb, and then I just drop a little bit of remover. You can use any remover that you've got. Obviously I like this one because it's got the pump, the well, so it makes it really easy, but you could pour it into a little ramekin or something to make it easy to kind of dab your nail polish remover in like this. So the gel strips probably just take that tiny little bit longer, and just go really gentle. So you're not pulling it off at all. You're kind of just letting it work its way off. Really gentle. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So it just peels off like that. Ta-da! So that is the gel strip, and you can see there's still like a little bit of gunky adhesive stuff. So at the end I usually just get a little bit of this and just do a nice little wipe down of all my nails, just to make sure that there's nothing on there. But you can see there's absolutely zero damage on the nails. It's really easy to get rid of your product, whichever it is, whether it's lacquer strips, nail wraps, or or gel strips. There you go, and then just at the end, I'm just going to pump a little bit onto here and just make sure there's no excess residue. When I apply my cuticle oil, I'm always applying it just here, so making sure that I go all the way up to the first knuckle, because that's where your nail bed is. So when you're trying to really strengthen your nails, that's a good place to focus on. Alright, if you've got any questions about removal, pop them in the comments and I will get back to you. Have a good night.